with a lot of this guaranteed money, a lot of these players they got too much leeway. And hey, I say get your money, but Kyrie taking off for January 6th, storm of the Capitol is like, how does that concern you? Play the game. Play the game. We're paying you to play. Um, I didn't see a problem with what Adam Silver said, in his statement. But we're gonna start with you, John. What you think?
I think a lot of it has to do with the way KD reportedly handled it. Like reportedly, he went to the Nets and was like, if you don't trade me, uh, I'm gonna end out my contract in a year or so, and you ain't gonna get nothing for me. I I'm like, if he really said all that, then like I can see why like Adam Silver would get defensive of one of his teams because like a player's acting like he can hold the team hostage. If that were really said, I don't know. But it's just the fact that he went there, he dragged all these players out there. I mean, this team is done, man. Like, I hope Joe Harris is back 100% because if Joe Harris is back, I think this is still a playoff team without Kevin Durant and Kyrie. But I mean, they're bottom. They're probably where they were last year, probably about the 7 or 8 seed. I think it's the way KD handled it. He didn't honor the contract. It, the first sight of trouble, he bailed. The first season, he was cleared to come back and play in the bubble and refused to. He didn't want to. And then, so it's just the way he's handled the contract that I think like this was a team that was building. They had pieces. They had a lot of young talent that was growing, and a couple years later now they're about to lose the last of everything. Other than Joe Harris, really, he's the last piece there. So I just think it looks like a team got held hostage by one player. And Adam Silver is all about the players, and it's a players' league. It's not a team league. But when a player's usurping that much power over a franchise, like, it's a bad look. It's a bad look for the whole league.
I mean, I guess I kind of, agree with Mr. Silver. I mean, I feel like his point of view, he was just pretty much talking more of the fact of how KD is, like John was saying, he was just how the way he's handling his contract. We all know, like KD, he says he always want to do is just play or whatever. But honestly, at the end of the day, I mean, we all know what you want to play, but you putting this team together and handling the contract and stuff like that, how you've been handling it has been the wrong way of handling things, I should say. Mm-hmm. So, honestly, it's when, like I said, when Adam Silver talks, I listen, man, because he barely talks. I mean, let's be real. I barely hear Adam Silver, talk to the media or anything unless, something major is going on. So,
and it's hardly ever critical. Like this, right? This is like a right. This is
for him to come out, what I'm saying, and say something. I mean, he really feels some type of way about this. So, I mean, I get it. I see why he's upset. Because, like you said, that's pretty much one of your, star power, guys as well that's in the league right now. Giannis, Luka, LeBron, Curry, and KD. So to have one of those guys, top tier guys, keep wanting to I guess change scenery, I should say, it does become a little tough. And then, like he said, it just kind of makes it's a bad look for KD. The fact that you just left OKC, now then you left the Warriors on a bad term, and now you trying to leave the Nets, on a bad term as well. So like John was saying, I mean, from y'all going from having KD, James Harden, and Kyrie, and Jordan, DeAndre Jordan and Jordan Harris to possibly maybe only about to have Ben Simmons. That's definitely tough within those last 3 years that y'all developed everything. So, but honestly, my personal opinion, I really feel like KD and Kyrie are going to probably still be there because I just don't see that. I don't see nobody. I don't see no potential moves that these people want to do with Kyrie.
Yeah. New York they're asking a lot.
Everybody's asking for a lot, in my opinion. I mean, they're asking a lot for KD. They're asking a lot for Kyrie, or most people with the Lakers situation, they don't want Westbrook at all. So it's just kind of tough, to divvy out, the trades or whatever, because certain people don't want a certain player, or a certain player is making too much money, or however you want to say it. But honestly, like I said, I honestly feel like they're both of the players are still going to be with the Nets, and I still feel like the Nets, if they can pull that team back together, and like I said John, like John was saying, if Joe Harrison come back here healthy, and the majority of the other players that was injured his last year as well, that team could still be a top team in the East. But honestly, at the end of the day, I really feel like KD and Kyrie are still going to be with the Nets. Though I don't see them going anywhere else.
Yeah, I think we all can agree. Adam Silver made a lot of great points in his statement, and I think with the next, you know, players meeting when they talking, about these contracts and stuff, they're gonna, they're gonna crack down on it because a lot of these guys are taking advantage of, yeah, I'm getting paid anyway. I could sit out this game, I could sit out that game, and I think them owners are gonna take back some power and be like, hey, we this is a fair exchange. I'm paying you to play. I need, you got to play.
Yeah, to that point, like his contract, the even the extra things on his contract were ridiculous. Like he gets like another million just to play 53 games, like 53. That's it. And then he gets like another million to win like 40 games, like 40. Like, are you
Right,
kidding me? This is Kevin Durant, man, and
right.
he is making bank off winning like minimum superstar games, right? Like 40
You
games for a
only
superstar.
half. You get
That's it.
another meal for winning half.
Right, and then not even playing a third of the season, which would be about 60 to 61 games. 53 games, another mill. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like he's getting way too much. He's already getting like 30 something 40 million on the contract, plus all these extra millions for just the tiniest things. And I'm not, obviously, if you're not a superstar, these aren't tiny things. Winning 40 games is a lot to ask of someone. But when you're talking about one of the all-time greats, like, come on, man, asking him to win 40 games and giving him $1 million to do it, play 50, like those are ridiculous. Like he's just got too much power there, and they're not even barely asking anything of him.